The skins of Fortnite Battle Royale have become more and more creative over the years since the game's initial release, and over those years a lot of them have been inspired by or directly taken from some of our favorite movies. In today's episode of The Countdown, we're taking a look at the 10 Fortnite skins that have been based on movies. But hey, before we get started, make sure to use our creator code ARCADECLOUDPLAYS. You can use it in the item shop every time you're stocking up on V-Bucks to buy your favorite Season 10 emotes and skins. And also that Battle Pass. It really helps our channel out and keeps us creating. Number 10. Codename Elf. Elf. Christmas may be months away, but in my opinion, it's never too early to lay on the Christmas cheer. And the perfect film to do that with is Elf. Of course, no TV networks are going to be showing the classic 2003 comedy starring Will Ferrell, so I'll have to make do with something else. The Codename Elf skin in Fortnite. First released into the Fortnite store on December 17, 2017, and last seen in the store on January 31, 2018. This incredibly rare skin is a clear reference to Will Ferrell's iconic Christmas character. At first glance, you could probably write the Codename Elf skin off as just another one of Santa's little helpers, but it's when you look at the finer details that you realize this is actually probably a reference to the movie Elf. In the movie, Will Ferrell's character wears a green coat with golden details down the front, a green hat with a gold band across it, as well as a little red feather pointing out of the side, pointed shoes, and yellow pants. The Codename Elf skin is pretty much identical in these details. The gold band and red feather on the hat are the same, the green jacket with gold details is the same, and so are the yellow pants. The only major differences are the bandana, hairstyle, and shoes. But we can really put that down to the fact that Epic Games based most of the skins released in the first year off of characters that already existed in Save the World. If you ignore the shoes, hair, and bandana, then it is really clear where the inspiration for this skin lies, and that's the movie Elf. And also probably to avoid copyright, you know? Number 9. Omega. Black Panther. In Season 4, the storyline of Fortnite Battle Royale was only just getting started. A meteor had wiped Dusty Depot off the face of the map, and an evil villain was building a rocket in the mountains near Snobby Shores. This villain was Omega, who was released as the Tier 90 skin for that season's Battle Pass. He was one of the first examples of a skin that could be upgraded by completing challenges. At its most upgraded, it's clear that this skin is based off of Genji from Overwatch, but when you have no upgrades, Omega resembles someone completely different. Just a few months before the release of Season 4, an incredibly popular and successful Marvel movie was released, Black Panther, and Omega looks like he could have been taken right from the Marvel blockbuster. From the slightly feline face to the lights running down the costume, this skin and Black Panther look incredibly similar to one another. The only real difference is the color of the lights that shine from the suit. In Black Panther, the suit glows purple after discharging kinetic energy, whereas in its base form, Omega glows red from its eyes and lights. You could, however, unlock a purple color scheme from the Season 4 Battle Pass by reaching Season Level 80, which made the skin look much closer to its movie counterpart. Number 8. Leviathan Minion Megamind. Ever since Fortnite started to add skins into Battle Royale, they have slowly started to become more and more creative. At first, they just used the base models from Save the World in different color schemes and outfits, but by the release of the Leviathan skin, things had started to get a little bit weird. This skin is literally a fish in a bowl on top of a suit that the fish can somehow control. It's a pretty unique concept, one that has already been done in an animated superhero movie many years ago. In 2010, the movie Megamind was released, and it featured a character that uses the exact same concept as the Leviathan skin. This character was Minion, the best friend and sidekick of the main character, Megamind. The actual look of the suit that Minion controls is a little different to the Leviathan skin. It's a giant gorilla, while Leviathan looks more like a spacesuit. Despite that, it's clear that Leviathan is based on Minion from Megamind. The fishes that are inside the helmets look really similar, even if Leviathan looks a bit angrier. Not only that, how many characters are there that have fish controlling giant suits like this? We just narrowed it down, you know? Educated guess. Number 7. Skull Trooper. Johnny Karate Kid. The original Skull Trooper skin is one that anyone who plays Fortnite wishes they owned. Even though the Skull Trooper did return in 2018's Halloween event, it wasn't the original white design. It was a purple recolor. This was done so that people knew exactly who had bought the exclusive Halloween skin first, making it one of the most coveted skins in all of Fortnite. The original white Skull Trooper skin was also pretty clearly based off of a scene from an iconic movie in the 80s. The Karate Kid is a classic movie that basically anyone should watch, especially if you want to learn about the origins of the Skull Trooper skin. It is based off of the bullies in the Halloween fight, who try and fail to beat up Mr. Miyagi. While Halloween costumes like the Skull Trooper are classic for kids going trick-or-treating, The design of this skin is unmistakable. From the painted face to the bones on the costume, it's basically identical to the movie. At the time the Skull Trooper skins were originally released, there were also a whole bunch of classic horror movie skins released for other characters in Save the World, like a Mummy, Beetlejuice, and even Friday the 13th. If they were copying movies for Save the World skins, it's no doubt that they took the Skull Trooper from a movie as well. Number 6. Valor, Wonder Woman. Season 4 of Fortnite Battle Royale was based entirely around superheroes. All the skins in the Battle Pass seem to be related to superhero movies or comics in some way, and the Valor skin is no exception. While some people have claimed this skin looks like Valkyrie from Thor Ragnarok, it's pretty clear that this skin is based on the DC superhero Wonder Woman. The Wonder Woman movie was released in 2017 and marked a turning point for DC movies. Before that point, movies like Batman v Superman had been viewed as terrible. It didn't look good for the DCEU, but then Wonder Woman came along and it was actually a good movie, which is probably why Epic Games chose this character to base his skin on. The armor worn by the two characters is basically identical, only really changing in some of the colors and smaller designs. The real giveaway though is the piece of jewelry that both characters wear on their heads. Wonder Woman is well known for the headband that she wears. It's one of the defining parts of the character's costume, and to see that recreated on Valor is a dead giveaway when you think about what character the skin is based on. Number 5. Battlehawk, Infinity Thor. Like I said before, pretty much every skin from the Season 4 Battle Pass looks like it came from a movie or comic. But there's one skin that, at first glance, really doesn't seem to fit that. The Tier 1 skin of the Season 1 Battle Pass is called Battlehawk and belongs to the Advanced Forces set. When you first look at him, he looks just like any soldier, nothing to do with the movie at all. But then you watch Thor Ragnarok and you realize there might be more to this than you first thought. In all the movies before Ragnarok, Thor was a long-haired, Shakespearean-inspired kind of guy. But in Ragnarok, that shifted. He had a haircut, got an updated outfit, and by the end of the film had his eye ripped out. The haircut Thor has is strangely similar to the one we see on Battlehawk, a character who is also missing an eye and is wearing armor that looks strangely reminiscent of the God of Thunder's clothes. We might be trying to pull in too many different parts of the skin to make a link where there isn't one, but considering it was released in a superhero-themed Battle Pass and that there are so many similarities with Thor's Ragnarok look, it feels like it almost has to be inspired by that movie in some way. Number 4. Reaper, John Wick. Epic Games likes to sneak in references when you're not expecting, and no one expected to be picking up a John Wick-inspired skin as the Tier 100 reward of Season 3's Battle Pass. The skin looks so much like John Wick that it's barely even worth getting too deep into it. The clothes are the same, the hair is the same, and the beard? Well, the beard isn't exactly the same, but you get my point. The skin looks so much like John Wick that hundreds of memes and videos have been made about it, and most of the community call this skin John Wick or Wiki instead of its actual name. You'd think that after releasing a skin that basically was John Wick, Epic would be done with the character, but no. Just over a year later, another John Wick skin was added to the game. And this skin is literally John Wick. I guess after the Season 3 skin and all of the hype around John Wick being in Fortnite, the guys who were making John Wick's third movie took notice. Then they decided to agree to releasing an actual John Wick skin in the game, named after the character and very closely resembling Keanu Reeves. This skin sticks to the John Wick character much closer. It basically looks like an upgraded and better version of the Reaper skin. Number 3. Black Widow. We're now into the part of the list where the skins are literally from movies, and I don't mean they're just based on characters from movies. They are skins from deals and crossover events. One of those skins is the Black Widow skin, which was released during Fortnite's second crossover event with the Avengers. This skin was released as a celebration of the release of Avengers Endgame and allows you to play as the iconic Russian spy, Natasha Romanoff, from the movies. This skin doesn't look exactly like Scarlett Johansson's portrayal of the character, but the red hair is unmistakable. The skin actually seems to be based much more off of comic book versions of the character than the version we see in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But since it was released during the Infinity War event, we couldn't resist putting it on our list. Number 2. Rustlord, Starlord. Before we get into the actual Starlord skin that was released as part of the Infinity War event in Fortnite Battle Royale, we have to talk about Rustlord. This was a skin released as the Tier 1 reward in Battle Pass Season 3 and is viewed by many as a homage to the Marvel superhero Starlord, as he is portrayed in the Guardians of the Galaxy playlist. While the two characters don't have the same mask, almost everything else about the two characters looks incredibly identical, from the jacket to the fact that both characters are supposed to be scavengers. But just like the John Wick skin, a much more accurate Starlord skin was released later down the line. Released as part of the Endgame event, the Starlord outfit is, well, literally Starlord. Much like the Black Widow skin, this isn't a one-to-one recreation of the movie version of the character, though looking at the mask and classic orange 80s headphones, it's pretty clear what character this is meant to be. Number 1. Tempest, Mysterio. The final skin on our list is one that was released into the item shop on the 6th of June 2019 and hasn't been seen again since. It's the Tempest outfit. In our opinion, it looks like a reference to a movie that came out a whole month after the skin was released. We think this skin looks a whole lot like Mysterio from Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, of course, the skin and Mysterio aren't exactly the same, but they both have helmets filled with gases on their heads, they both seem to use a mysterious magical energy, and they both have really rad capes. So, you know, same, but different. Well, that's a wrap on our video covering the 10 Fortnite skins based on movies. Did we miss any movie-based skins? Which one of these skins do you like the best? As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for even more awesome gaming content. And again, make sure to use our supporter creator code before picking up V-Bucks for that sweet new battle pass. Just enter Arcade Cloud Plays next time you're in the item shop. Seriously, it helps out so much. So thanks in advance, and see you next time right here on the Countdown.